Y'all. So y'all know I only come in some of these videos as it relates to social issues. I only come on every now and then to talk about them if they really resonate with my spirit. And this one has me hot, super hot. And I'm going to tell you why. So this is about Black Lives Matter founder Patrisse Cullors, Patrisse Cullors, and her misappropriating, I think, like $90 million in funds for Black Lives Matter. Now, Daily Mail reported that she has misappropriated like 90 million. She gave her baby daddy, yes, Daily Mail put this in their title, her baby daddy this amount of money, and she gave her cousin and for consulting services, right? And so one of the blogs that I follow on Instagram, the Melanated Shade Room or something like that, one of those names, they posted it, and I was like, oh, okay, well, nepotism at its finest. Like, everyone else has been doing this for hundreds and hundreds of years, so shout out to her. Like, I'm not mad at her. And I had a lot of Black people, Black women specifically, coming at me in the comments saying, oh, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. And that's why I'm heated, because let's really get to it. Let me start here. Let's start here at the baseline. How many Black organizations and charities do we know that the government and the media has tarnished their name and integrity of that organization? I can think of the Black Panther Party. I can think about the NAACP. I can literally think about so many different organizations that were promising and positive in our community that the government, hello, COINTELPRO, that the media has tarnished the name and the integrity of these organizations. So no, when I hear that Black Lives Matter founder Patrisse Cullors misappropriated funds for $90 million, no, my very first thought is not to come at this woman and say, oh, she's wrong, she's this, she's that. No, that's not my first thought. Because we've seen this before. We've seen organizations, our organizations and charities, be badmouthed and their names be tarnished. And we find out years and years later that the government was behind it. Hello, drugs in our community. Hello, guns in our community. Hello, guns in Cuba, guns in Iran. Like, we've seen this play out. So no, when I see this headline, and let me start here. The Daily Mail, they're reporting it as, oh, she gave her baby daddy $900,000. Why are they saying her baby daddy? Like, that headline alone should automatically make your antennas go up. Because when I think about Daily Mail, that is a gossip blog. That is not a reputable news site. Actually, in 2022, I don't know what is a reputable news site. Honestly, is it Fox News? Is it CNN? Is it ABC? Like, which is it, HLN? Where can you find a reputable news source in 2022? Like, I'll wait. So for me, as a woman, as a Black woman, as a Black person, no. If I see a headline that she misappropriated funds for 90 million and she gave her baby daddy 900,000, no, I'm not about to jump down this woman's throat and say that she did something wrong. No, where are the facts? And half of these people that are commenting to these blogs, they haven't even read the facts. They didn't read the article. They're just reading the tagline and making an assumption off of the tagline. So I decided to do a little bit of research. Like, let me be transparent. I haven't went through her bank records and went through, whatever the public records that show the appropriation of the funds. No, I haven't done that. But I did do a little bit of background, and I'm still not convinced. So let me say this. Patrisse Cullors is 38 years old. This is a Black woman. She has admitted that part of that 90 million, she did not appropriate it responsibly. And she is saying, hey, I was not prepared to receive $90 million in white guilt money. That's what she calls it. Because right after the killing of George Floyd, Black Lives Matter, the organization, received an influx of donations to the extent of $90 million. If someone gave me right now $90 million and said, hey, here's $90 million for a cause, figure it out, A lot of us have never had $90 million. A lot of us have never had $9 million. A lot of us have never had $1 million. A lot of us have never even had $100,000. So you imagine giving someone $90 million and say, hey, appropriate where necessary. From my perspective, you know what this woman did? This woman went and she hired the people around her to further the organization and events and things that were going on, which is what she should do. It's nepotism at its finest. Absolutely. If someone gave me $90 million right now and they said, hey, you love animals, here's $90 million. Like, put together events and fundraisers and different things to sustain this $90 million so that more money keeps coming in as you're spending it, I would automatically go to people I know. Do I know an event coordinator? Yes. Okay, my cousin, she makes cakes. Right? She makes cakes and she puts together like all of those party favors with like the chairs and the balloons. I would go to her. Yes, I'm going to give her $100,000. When she gets that $100,000, she's like, whoa, I've never had $100,000. You know what I'm going to do first? I'm going to pay all my bills. I'm going to put some money to the side for man. He got to go to college. I might buy me a new car. And then with the leftover money, then I'm going to fulfill the agreement. And it may sound bad, but who doesn't do that? How is that not an innate human emotion? If someone gave me $90 million right now, the very first thing that I would do, even if this money was appropriated for a cause, I would make sure that I'm good first. That is natural. So I'm not going to penalize and come down on Patrisse Cullors, who received $90 million, as she said, white guilt money. And that's 100% what it was. They killed George Floyd. The summer of 2020 was very hectic. Honestly, I think the summer of 2016 was actually more hectic. But okay, let's say the summer of 2020 when George Floyd was killed, because we've been killed on camera for years and years and years. Like I said, I feel like for me, 2016 was a rough year. With a lot of us being killed on film. Like for me, it was 2016. But okay, let's move on to 2020 and we're going to focus on George Floyd. She's saying that she received an influx of donations of people wanting to help the cause. It wasn't just black people. It wasn't just white people. It was Asian. It was literally every single culture and ethnicity around the world, because we all felt it like, whoa, like we're repeatedly getting killed on film and nothing is happening. So she received an influx to the extent of $90 million in donations and was told, hey, here's $90 million, figure it out. As a 38-year-old woman, or if we go back 2 years, Julio, hey, and didn't know how to appropriately, I'm sorry, you guys have to, I'm gonna put you in that cage. No. She didn't know how to appropriately give out those funds. And I'm sorry, but I believe that. A lot of us who have never had any money, if you receive $90 million right now, you would not stop. If any one of us, if you receive $90 million right now, you would not know how to appropriate those funds. I'm sorry. Would you know how to do the right thing? Yes. But I think for a lot of us, we would start with people we know. My cousin does this. My uncle does that. My mom does this. I do that. Before I even do that, I want to make sure my car is paid for, my house is paid off. I want to make sure I have some money to the side for my son to go to college. $90 million, I would think, hey, if I put 5 of that $90 million to the side for my family specifically and personally, it would not be missed. And it's not even being greedy. It's just, it's an innate human emotion to take care of you and the people around you. So for Patrisse Cullors to receive this backlash, for me in the media and for Daily Mail to be reporting that she gave her baby daddy and her cousin all of these consulting fees, for me is like they're trying to tarnish the name of Black Lives Matter, which we know that they have called a terrorist organization. You know what else they called a terrorist organization? Black Panthers. The Black Panthers were feeding kids. They were showing people and how to protect themselves and what the laws were. They were teaching people. And yet the government and the media were portraying them as some terrorist organization. So yes, we've seen them try to tarnish the name of Black Lives Matter, and this black woman who received an influx of white guilt money, as she calls it, and I agree, she received this money, and now people are saying that she misappropriated these funds, and then they're coming down on hard on her, and I just do not agree. So for me, I just wanted to quickly come on here and talk about it. I don't agree. Listen, did she misappropriate funds? Yes, and she has admitted to that. The fact that she admitted that she did that and was very transparent in saying, hey, I received $90 million like out the blue. And this was a very much a grassroots organization that definitely was not valued at millions of dollars. And after the death of George Floyd, a lot of people wanted to help. A lot of people put money into this organization, and she did not know where to allocate all of the funds. So she started with herself. She started with her child's father. She started with her aunts and family members. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. If you know someone who can put together an event and you have a party planner that's going to charge you $500,000 to put together a party, but you know your Uncle Cake, your Uncle Pookie or Ray Ray, your auntie, you know that they can take that same $500,000 and you could give them $5,000 and they're going to have the same outcome. An amazing event. Why wouldn't I pay them the $5,000? I know them. I know that they're going to do the right thing with this money, and they need the money. Why wouldn't I do that? And then you're giving the money to them and they're like, whoa, I never had this amount of money for my business, so let me take care of my family and my kids and pay off my bills. And then with the rest of the money, I'll do the event. For me, I'm sorry, and it can be backlash or whatever, but for me, I am just not going to come down on this woman. It's not about race. It's not about anything. I just think that this woman, who admittedly received an influx of money in the tune of $90 million, she didn't allocate it properly, but there was no stipulation or a structure or a workflow on how she was supposed to allocate it properly. So what she did was she gave the money to people around her that she knew could do the jobs. I'm sorry, but if you're going to pay such and such incorporated $500,000 to do your wedding, but you know that your aunt can do the wedding for $5,000 or even $50,000, why wouldn't I go to someone I know and trust and give them a fraction of that money versus someone who's going to upsell me, someone who's going to tell me that flowers are $300,000 for my wedding when I can get the same flowers for $100,000? Like, for me, I'm not going to come down on Patrice Cullors for this. I'm just not. And anyone in any community who doesn't see that the media is trying to tarnish the name of Black Lives Matter, as they've already deemed it to be a terrorist organization, to devalue what Black Lives Matters is, what it stands for, and what it does. If you can't see that, then I don't know what to tell you. But for me, I see through the bullshit. I see through the bullshit. I don't get vocally involved in a lot of things because there are a lot of things that go on behind the scenes that we don't know of, that we have no real idea of what's going on behind the scenes. But like I said, I cannot name one Black organization that their name hasn't been tarnished by the media, that their name hasn't been tarnished by the government. And then years and years later, it comes out that the government and the media were behind the smear campaign of these organizations. So the same stands for Black Lives Matter, because Black lives do matter. Salute to Patrice Cullors for employing the people around her first, not forgetting the people that are around her that can do the same job as the outsourced companies that maybe someone else can do. Everyone else has done that in America, and so I'm not going to fault her, and I'm not going to throw her under the bus, and I'm not going to say, oh, she's a bad person, it's a charity, she did wrong. No, especially when she's come out and said, hey, I wasn't expecting to receive $90 million, and yes, I may have misappropriated some of the funds because I wasn't expecting to have $90 million in reserve. And I respect that. Had she been sneaking and trying to hide it and not owned up to it, then that's a different conversation. Like, that's a morality conversation that we can have. But for this woman to say, hey, I wasn't expecting to receive this amount of money, and this amount of money only came in because people felt guilty that they killed George Floyd on camera, And then I took that money and I employed the people around me, who then they employed the people around them, and so on and so forth. If you all cannot see that there was a chain reaction, that money was actually spent in a good place, I don't know what to tell you. But like I said, I can name off the top of my head several organizations that the media did the same thing to. Black Lives Matter isn't the last one, and it isn't the first one. So for me, again, Patrisse Cullors, yes, were some of the funds misappropriated, but was her heart in the right place, and did she do the right thing with the money? I believe so. And Daily Mail is not going to make me feel like she didn't, especially with headlines like, oh, she gave her baby daddy. Like, baby daddy, that alone pissed me off, that people are not even seeing the headline. Why is it her baby daddy? Why? I wonder why they would call her child's father a baby daddy. Something to think about. All right, guys, I just wanted to come on here quick because I was hot, and I was like, the people on Instagram was sending me all these messages. A lot of people were agreeing, but for the men and women who were disagreeing, I just want to know, like, what are you guys' perspective? Is it wrong to take from a charity? Yes. I don't want to skip that fact, but can we take a step back and not just take the word of Daily Mail? Can we not take a step back and not just take the word of the government as it relates to Black Lives Matter, which they have deemed to be a terrorist organization? Can we not take a step back and at least look at the facts? Look at this woman being very transparent and forthright and say, you know what? I get it. And because I get it, I understand. And because I understand, no, I'm not going to be downgrading this woman or calling her all types of names and calling her a thief when she has been very vocal and very transparent. So I would like to know you guys' comments. Please go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. How do you feel about Patrisse Cullors? She got $90 million and they're saying she gave it to her family members for services rendered. How do you feel about that? What would you do if you got $90 million for a cause? Would you take care of yourself and your family first? If someone gave you $90 million to open a school, would you pay your car off? Right? They're giving you the money. Would you say, okay, I'm going to open that school, but let me pay my car off. Because if I pay my car off, that's one less headache for me. Let me pay my condo off. Let me put some money to the side for my kids to go to college. Would you do that? Like, $90 million is life-changing money. So let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys in the next one. All right, guys. Bye-bye.